Obi, your next topic here, JJ Rawlings. So more ye June 4th revolution. On best celebrity, Obi, yet to come 31st December. Case be your friend MPP versus a year, IGP said the 31st December case. Why you need no more best celebrity, MPP versus AG. Or more best celebrity, 31st December. Quite on a canny pain. Say in a democratic governance, we cannot be celebrating this nonsense. And go at first, a bloodless school. After all of a sudden, President Kufuor was it a minor, a young woman, and people under Jesus Christ. The youth of this nation, and this all of a sudden, NDC wants to pretend as though we are democratic change. If you guys knew just some 30 years down the lane, some 40 years down the lane, the things that your fathers and your mothers went through in the hands of JJ, and then the crop can somebody NDC. Say a revolution. Yes, celebrated June 4th. Near JJ Rawlings, no, I got now as an actor Rawlings. Now, but yes, democracy. How does June 4th has a place in a democratic governance? Ask them. Yajan, Seku, 66 DSC, free final Kotuka, and then you celebrate Omodia. Yengira Yajatum said you see 79 June 4th and 72 Yatuaba Amabuzia and you do the Kufano. Na a champon. What about you to me from the champon club Memo Papa in 7 to 8 years? Or no credit and celebrity more fire. Yeah, Mobile 79. Nipa kunkuma. Nipa lusu womo lives. Besi edu baby. Na fisher folks. Omo so omo consume a. Omo net no. Echi nipa. Nipa yakumo mo. E wo kase ho. When nyina mran training nim. E baba wani nim. Soja fo JJ Rawlings kumo mo. Obi. Obatan ya ne batue no fo no ye judge. Yes JJ say. Time of course oba a May 15th ni ade no. Ye jankro for we. JJ Ave mu nyina si yenyaka ni asi yo yate ene ye bejaka ye mamra nche ni hu mo tro curriculum ni history kwa yi sa ne mo ni nyina fu eti ha wo say wo ko school te say jeje kum ni ba ye yi afre me bo a nya me ka no asa ga ni mo change no a afi mo kama no ntum ye nyina move on abeduru ba bi on ba ye na revolution na June 4th na jeje ba no akogina no apagya ne say my father was hey mo di June 4th dia ye be kai manfo ni June 4th yawo if sa dia no mo ye no me ro akogina kaka asem bi. Instead, says speaker no, obey uses her opportunity. Also, who the daughter of a Medra comment who said it. The speaker should have had a great opportunity to speak to the people and say that such comments are not necessary. If we are a nation, we've all agreed. See, a bit move on. Have a speaker and say me the daughter of a Medra. Now you are dividing the nation. Precisely so. So one call Waka and yet JB Danko traitor there. And the Doka made of a daughter of a Medra. Why is it not true? Say JJ Rawlings was a Medra. Is it not true? National Reconciliation Committee report in the kind of findings they had against JJ Rawlings. And look at Rebecca Sekufuabai. One more judge and no say SIB report, Special Investigative Board report will appear in 1988. And no judge in it. Report no. When you see it, you'll be amazed. The things that JJ did, killing people left, right, center. Final report of SIB. This is the investigative. When himself I report 20 coffee, almost she a whole your friend say a print house. Almost because they didn't want this report to come out. We moving a frame was Okatakyie Afrifa. I am the show. Nioma here Captain Chikata. And JJ Rawlings here in Kuruma. All of a sudden, almost young Kianu. Mobianka was a fire. Okumuya Kumonwanga Sanu Group for Bibri. And no could do what? A military a bondasi. Baby Omkoku, Judge and any adeno. Never Omuku house. Now, no military ni chirema utu wana kwa jiwa duani ana wase kuregu on your jeje so wabata na enyo mko omomodu soprano was that omochi wa no makunu o mahyew baby a omo echi ayi Cecilia Kwantriado justice Cecilia Kwantriado ene kwabena Japan papa ene ayi ba koyi baby a omo hye wo mkovi yes for so many years na homfu all of us are there see a rim feet and some celebrate June 4th obia no be celebrate June 4th for be say I pretend say me nka ho asem mo celebrating kwa de be ka ho asem de be kai man for de course in a democratic dispensation. How do we allow this nonsense to fester? President Kufuor or by year National Reconciliation Committee and was with yes nyina no mo me nyina yanka de how be report ni the National Reconciliation Commission report volume 1 executive summary. You better read some of the executive summary no watch and you ma JJ Rawlings here more fire you be able to JJ no asem Adebuga Captain Adebuga ono na JJ yusu no ma wo kum ni pa bebre and one no muton Adebuga no to e beti no more fire JJ was such a person said, "Oh, come ni panokura what miss mo bi ma ne ko film e bre no atena ka so no ahwe na ni age Riyadh mo no abaje so and he said we shouldn't talk about it. As to whether or not I have a problem with JJ kum ni pano, it is me opinion. Sese bi se ba se cool now ya enya agudi. So you need to kill people to survive. Either you kill or you are killed. Because only JJ na chi na be kuno. But nobody is going to tell us say unti JJ ba won kum ni pa. What say Fidel Castro pepe. Tell me Fidel Castro or ye cool first one 1930s movie. O dwane ko Argentina Mexico. Okoshia Ernesto Che Guevara. Oni Camilo Fusiengu. Onim so omo sa aboa ne be ye cool say de boa chija aboa JJ year 79 cool no man no. Omo ko fa Fidel Castro bai. O wie wo kum Camilo Fusiengu, okum Ernesto Che Guevara in Bolivia. Ya be ka say the same strategy na JJ nya 79 we use yi. Omo aboa na ale duji wa mo. Omo boa na man ye cool. Wo boa nyum yi. Me do me ko me do food na so akodugu nsa. Adma ko nya meche. O chesi ni out. O nyina won go ma JJ be ye. O kum mebre. Ale duji wa mo down mo nyomo ba wo chi wo ku mo nyina da. Yes JJ me yanka. E de ba no. Commodore your friend say papa ya so akobo bosia 50,000 and then 5 cedi. Oku no. Ade ba no. Bosia wo akobo bosia wo ye military commander no akobo bosia de asidan. Yes wo wi o man ni sika. JJ Rawlings ku no. Abe yes me yanka wasem. Yebeka. Mo de June 4 yebeka. Yes mo nya di. Na mo nya samu poto JJ Rawlings say ba me ya hwe. Captain Nkabie father che. Oni JJ Rawlings ne ko achimota. Oni JJ Rawlings ne ko military. These are the remarks of a Captain Nkabie father che. Say, onim so ono kro obo JJ mani yeku. Oba ye JJ say in that time no, omo try first one ye che Captain ko ye. Ye see ye try no. E wa bra na lawyer kura ni ho. Mutin ye come mutin ye che say treason. Military version of a treason. Wo ye ni ade no say ne. Me lawyer wo say o da bi lawyer ni wo kura ye bua no in the initial detention. JJ Rawlings ba ya so penance mo sa ko yi no be boa ne kakra mane ye 1 2 3 wie ye e one was we yi ni free so e dey ko share detention for 6 months ono another for ah ono ko achimota and mo se mi yanka e be ka Captain Nkabie father teneka ne no wasem ade be no ya tu ko mo asi asoja fo abua JJ be bire wo ko mo nyina da wo ko mo nyina da all of a sudden JJ is a hero, the unsung hero. Yen kan wasem. Yen kan JJ wasem. Jeno awutu kamo. E dey no ye. Jeno kote dey no ye. O mi yen kan kure. O kum ya na me nuano not necessary a na celebrity JJ kum not necessary military commanders. Bebre. So what if someone say almost said that kum Jeno kote ene saba fa friends Joya Medome. Almost said that kum not necessary just because they wanted to balance the act say enya santifon kwa yekuno. Obo there was no crime against him. But yen said dem kumi. Nyenga say enya santifon kwa yekuno. Enya kan fon kwa yekuno. Yekuno bia. Momi adwen gwen kwadi di wate. Mo celebrate June 4 for Ebeka Wasem. Mo celebrate Ebeka Wasem. Obi? Me no ka say. Mo musa JJ Rawlings busuafo. So mo nimu a. Na na mo do Rawlings so da so tiase. Mo musa no. Emmanuel secretary bi ane so ho na wo sori anopa na kase ho Saturday what type Captain Nkabie father teneka all type tintintin afi obe nwan Saturday anopa na Lord wo ko tewa ko hwa dia no yes JJ Rawlings ni moja ya no ho wo chante wo Contextualizing wo mo di wo ba no achi ko ni fie ko ye do me e de ba no fire mo sam so ho ya so kwa didi wo be se jai we ni kira mo nyanse hunu ni di mo fire Yanko fire bend them. Yanko NRC report. Page 30 of the National Reconciliation Committee report. Ni yan hwede omo kafa JJ. Obi. JJ kum ya mo no ankasa ni kurumfo. Friday say. Fetish priest. Okum yansa. Fetish priest yansa. Ba ko ni de Togbe Akaku Ahiaku. Togbe with the report of the NRC. Any crime. Na yan read the report no. 0.5741. Or say the famous fetish priests from Volta region were abducted and murdered in apparently mysterious circumstances in the early part of 1982. Prior to the carbon copy abduction, murder and burning of the remains of the 3 high court judges and the retired army officer on 30th June 1982. In each case, the charred remains of the victim were found in the bushes a day or two after the abduction. It is the way can say in a year JJ Rawlings was a fetish priest to be a year voter. Now we momo bone me kan bone natural. Okochi wo me yansa nyina kumomo. O man hine mu a dey say do man hine say no man hine na busuani e kan revolution ho. Ana onu say bi no. Eno ko mo brim no. Ade ba no. What's me yankai? Yabakai. Ye JJ Rawlings ye ni. And omo say the carbon copy style of the way omo di kun judges no. Sa pepe no omo ye ya, omo di kun sa fetish priest me say. Na ye hwe fetish priest omo ye won ya. Ba ku de Togbe Akapo Ahiaku. Fetish priest and transport owner popularly known as Yaya Boy of Atijibe in the Okatakyie district. His crime was that he was suspected to be plotting with others to use juju or fetish to kill the chairman of the NDC, PNDC. And in the crime, you say almost suspected say, "What did you be cool?" A Rawlings and your coaching now you cool on your shame. More fire. Dear Benno, of my son, so one movie, you know, Togbe, fetish priest of Ayachiame. On the 24th of February 1982, by the same Medros gang, the modus operandi was the same, and his body was burnt. What's me and can because a JJ Rawlings. Mumba say I can watch some the Munya revolution. What did you ever catch them for them? It's a moment to PNDC. Yeah, no transmographer moho, a pina flu, a DNDC number, and internet the national security coordinator to work. Yes, was say, make at a chi, Marco Caswa, your mama boy, as much as he can, or bet them wear power lies. National security coordinator, I mean, because of means slow, that means slow. Means slow. Let me draw Sakwana some swag. Okay, Yamak, one better, I was say, minimum minimum. The Amokaye, Mate. The car no one say Mamokai. Muslim is Meka. Momesis, Namongo. Sabai where the car, Mamma, become Betty. And as a car, you will be a real Canadian, and will be a real Sakai. It's a Baconi more fire for fire. Some of my fear, Mamma, some of my budget. So be a real car on a Meme Sakai, dear. Mimi we are can and we be a real Sakai. Obia Renobia, Cronimu, Namaja. I'm telling you. Samson Daniel Kwao, Togbe Kwaku Akwe, was arrested 26 February 1982 and taken to the residency, extensively to meet Dr. Fiagbe, the regional secretary. He went there, but before that, when him says, yes, Papa, we are Fiagbe, Dr. Fiagbe, Komuku, my Henno. Now, Yankoni Koradia, Osha a year. 0.5749. Was it the first port of call of the hired gang of killers on each occasion was the residence of Dr. Fiagbe, the regional secretary and representative of the PNDC in the Volta region. Indeed, Dr. Fiagbe admitted that he met them. Knowing the sort of person they were dealing with, the murderers showed Dr. Fiagbe little respect. They told him their mission. Powerless, he telephoned Flight Director Rawlings to find out if the swaggering band of killers had his authority. Tienye. Ono Dr. Fiagbe no. Time wa nkrofo ajeje asoma muso mukuku no. E ba ye no. Of Fred JJ Rawlings say, "San nkrofo wo authority ala." Tienye. Flight Rawlings, Lieutenant Rawlings told him not to interfere. Tienye wakayo. JJ Rawlings. Now we are regional commander of the PNDC. No friend say, nkrofo bia ba ha omo ekoye nneoma ekokum nipa ne ade. Do they have the authority? Was it JJ Rawlings catch and say he shouldn't interfere? Now, you heard the report in the Kai. Dr. Fiagbe then left them to carry on with their murderous intent. Where the report? We also from the evidence abducted, adduced before us, we are satisfied that these murders were carried out on the orders of the chairman of the PNDC. Where your report? And now see report. I see this, we find this. And JJ Rawlings was there. The only person Dr. Fiagbe was able to save was his uncle, Togbe Adalaja, paramount chief of Anlo, who had also been abducted and brought to Dr. Fiagbe's official residence. He was accused of being in league with the fetish priest. It was fetish priest 3 New Year. And I'm going to Togbe Adalaja, paramount chief of Anlo. So I'm going to Dr. Fiagbe. But for the pleas of Dr. Fiagbe, the gang would have dealt with him in the same short, sharp and cruel manner. Instead, they gave him a severe beatings. Now the report goes on to say, the commission finds it surprising and extraordinary that a paramount chief should be subjected to such humiliation by these young men. Paramount chief of Anglo. Boy, sit me pono. Nani blomu yai. Answa. Omu ye no. And they were on Mama Candy. Mama Candy. What? All of a sudden, must be Yankai, JJ, Yankai, Rakai, Yama JJ. Omi asun kwadi di o, omi asun kwadi di. Amatekwe, wobewo. JJ Rawlings wanted Amatekwe to exonerate them. Eti Amatekwe, when JJ Rawlings said no, we're giving it up, we thrown under the bus. One corner almost say, one the report, a recorder. Enko is Amatekwe, and cast one on a years our crimes and near on his own. Amatekwe is one can no way no can cry. And can report on the Kachanwa. The meaning of a year in our ha. JJ Rawlings said, no, I chase Amatekwe is one casano. What do you make a recorder? No, at the best, no cough and call shooting. And on one course of cancer or Amatekwe and carry more fire. mo say JJ Rawlings me ankai. Dey na me ankai.
Teach them.
Dey na me ankai.
Teach them.
And now Mugabe say we should stop talking about national security coordinator and we be Bob Redress and can say who Mugabe. She says we Steve one day we say dey we security one was first. Mugabe wo akufo do Bob Redress baby odu here. E dey na now kan kire. Mamu kan say munya abotre and can focus on some more twishi. We are season 1 episode 7. We know baby 4 years is a long season. Why? Baby a man for any. Ya dey anya kwase anya bo. We will let the people know the truth. Then they will decide what they want to do. E dey no. Obi? Enti jeje bi okum nipa. Okum nipa ba. Yankoni yankoshe SIB report. Yaka SIB a. Tama jeje kun ye judges no. There was a special investigation board where you setting it up. So omu investigated the kidnapping and killing of a specified persons. Eno ni report ni I have it. Sa report wi. Omu hu so waka asema beto wo. We kura me. We ntimi nsi. We nsi. Kura. National security dem bia betimi aye. Me Osman de ope bia betimi aye. Enya abotre na national security be ka adwa kire wo. Enya se bia national security ti yanka adwa kire. Kwase ane abo ne yanka. Na ye be putu we jab won nan mu nya abotre na nko ho. Nya abotre. Why? And five emotions ma wo. Na we nya revolution wo. We mature krata koma all the embassies. Said the mo be ye nie. Why? International relations. I will trigger all the protocols because many more beku. Timunya abotre. Obi. Report no paragraph 21 to paragraph 29. The kind of things in the report you'll be shocked. The Captain Kojechi Katamoye. We under JJ now. 1988. Sa report we ono under JJ. It when just will be MP before the way. What kind of report now say? In spite of the evidence that the chairman of the PNDC, Flight Lieutenant Rawlings, was a close associate of Captain America. And again, in spite of the clear evidence that the Fiat Companola, Egypt, the judges, which was used in kidnapping, was collected from the house of Mrs. Adima Rawlings. There was no evidence from the inference can be drawn. There was no evidence, but from the inference, it can be drawn that the chairman and his wife had foreknowledge of the kidnapping and the murders. We under JJ Rawlings. SIB report. Onwa, it's new opening under JJ Rawlings. Kano ye koku ye de kwachi grofo no koku mba abede kamo no ametre ko emu no JJ Rawlings ayiso ni na kwa do Rawlings ni fie table ana na keys ni na ka ni so ana almost a report no say from the inference we can come to the conclusion that the chairman of the PNDC and the wife was in the known, had foreknowledge. You can't foreknowledge, that means they know him. And son of medicine in it, I kidnapping. I've been Muslim Yankan. When you answer, what kind of report now? Dear Captain Kojechi Kata, most of the murders were on the orders of Captain Kojechi Kata. Precisely. Abi yasemi yanka jeje mentor no boni ekoso nyina momi aso kwa didio MPP no na chimie ne tenase a etimi hwe ne ma na NDC for tag ye ne tag ye ne akia no ya kan she any coach ye o fa mun sem hunu ne mo coach sem na fi wa ho kokora ne nyina ko pemitra ne afa ya nchekere party mo party ya radicals bebem party radicals with knowledge ko fo e kan be kan bi a kire mo ye me masem be bi a kire mo that is the kind of party we want bi am be se be me masem de nyina fa ngoni a kire man period.